Hey everybody, happy Scorpio season and a special happy birthday to all of our Scorpios. This year, Scorpio season is around October 23rd up to when we go into Sagittarius season on November 22nd. So this reading is for this period of time. So pick a card for everybody, but there'll be a special bonus birthday reading for all of you Scorpio sun babies at the end. So you're going to have a choice of 5 different pick a cards, and all timestamps will be listed in the description box below. So if you already know which one you want, you can jump ahead, or if you want to jump to your birthday reading, all of those timestamps will be there. So reading number 1 is, of course, actually going to be Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio. So that'll be reading number 1. And then it is ruled by both Pluto and Mars. So Pluto is going to be reading number 2. Mars will be reading number 3. And then, of course, Scorpio is a water sign. So that'll be reading number 4. And Scorpio does rule over the 8th house. So that will be reading number 5. So if you need a moment to choose which one you want, or you can choose multiple ones, follow your intuition and your gut, because you could have, of course, different messages, and you might even revisit this and have one for each week or whatever you'd like. Just follow your heart. You can choose as many as you'd like, but I'm going to start with, of course, Scorpio number 1, timestamps for the rest down below, so you can skip ahead if you'd like. All right, if you chose reading number 1, which is Scorpio, then this is the reading for you. And these cards are actually from the Heavenly Body Astrology deck, and all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your fancy and you do want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. So, of course, Scorpio energy has a lot of different energies around it. But we're focusing in for this reading on the passionate side of it. You know, Scorpio can have like this intense look in their eyes. They got so much going on in there that's not being expressed. So if you chose reading 1, the theme we're going to ask is, what within you are you not expressing that you could if you wanted to? And a kind of a little nudge from Spirit, of course, saying it might benefit you to share that. So we'll start off here pulling a card from these beautiful Celebration of Love Oracle. And let's see what hidden thing that is not being expressed is kind of asking to be expressed. All right. So for all those that chose reading number 1, what needs to be expressed? Okay, this is the one right here. And you've got Harmony, and it's Atlantis, part 2. Beautiful card there. Very watery energy. Can't imagine for Scorpio, right? And let's take a look here and see what comes in with this. So it says, this image celebrates all the other environments and societies that we share our planet with. It calls us to open our hearts to tolerance and understanding and put forth an effort to live in harmony with all life forms on this planet. Try to look at other species on this planet as being co-inhabitants and sharing the earth with us. Get a bird feeder and feed the birds. Give a donation to an animal or environmental group. Make it a point to learn something new about the life under the sea, in the sky, or on the land. Now, joyfully share it with someone. And the special message for this card says you are being inspired to be a little more tolerant towards some creatures you do not like or are afraid of. Can be humans. Learning about them and trying to understand them may open up a whole new appreciation of them. And that's so perfect in our day and age, not only around, preservation of, animals that are going extinct and those types of things, but there's a lot of intolerance of each other as humans. And I really feel like that is what's zeroing in here, that there are some fears within us that have caused divisions, whether it is race or political party or religion or, gender or preferences of whatever kinds, right? So I feel like that this unexpressed harmony inside is important, because we express our division on the outside pretty easily these days, but there's this harmony that is asking to be shown and expressed in this day and age. So I love that. And then kind of want to put these like this. We're also going to pull a card here from the Healing with the Fairies deck and see what they would like to add into this. So how can we heal the disharmony? Let's see what message comes from the fairies. One more time. All right. So what else would you like us to know about this harmony, please? What else about harmony? What else? Okay, actually, they do want this one right there. So put those over there, and we've got new opportunity. Beautiful cards. So all this beautiful blue and indigo, so like third eye chakra energy, and this is like throat chakra energy. So kind of feel, even just before reading this here, that this is like connecting to the higher realms, connecting to the energy of, those that are rooted in unconditional love, and then voicing it and putting action behind it, even just talking out things and with peace and love. And then, of course, our arms are at the same, if you hold them out to your sides, they're actually at the same level as your throat. And so throat chakra is not only about speaking, but acting, putting actions behind our speech about harmony and wanting to come together and finding peace in the world. And then the new opportunity says, the card meaning is be aware of a huge new opportunity being presented to you. It is safe for you to trust and enter into this new realm. It says a momentous opportunity is being presented to you. It could be in the form of someone making a business proposal to you, a new idea that enters your mind, or an investment opportunity. It could even come in the form of a loss in which you're about to gain something even more suitable. Even though you may feel intimidated or unqualified to move to this next level, be assured that heaven is reaching its hand through the window, guiding and protecting you as you soar upward. If you need help trusting the validity of the new opportunity, pray for spiritual guidance. You will soon believe in the trustworthiness of this gift, and you will know that you deserve heaven's help. Affirmation for the card is, I notice and embrace the new opportunities that are now in my life. So yeah, definitely opportunities to act coming up, opportunities to bridge gaps, to be a source of love. One of these memes I saw on Instagram just blew my mind, because they said one person that is radiating unconditional love at a higher frequency is equal to 700,000 individuals at a low frequency, like a conditional love, a lower vibrational love. So don't underestimate the amount of your impact just by radiating unconditional love into the world. You could be countering 700,000 people that are in fear or having division. So there's so much that we can do that we don't even realize. All right, we're also going to pull from here from the Nicoletta Cecily Tarot. And let's see what else they would like you to know about this, kind of bridging the gap and helping bring harmony to the world. This unexpressed desire for peace. So what else for our individuals that chose the Scorpio reading, please? Okay, you do want that one. What else? Nope, none. Okay. They do want that one and that one and that one. And any others? I feel like there was one more. Yep. Okay. So let's scooch these, and we'll start with this one over here. And you have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Swords is about putting your thoughts into action. So definitely movement of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets too, because swords are all about those expectations and the beliefs that we have and making movement. And, you can't change other people's minds, right? Because when we try to change someone else's mind, what happens? Resistance, right? We don't like it when people try to have us change our opinion or our, way of thinking. That's where disharmony comes in, is people trying to change each other, the way people are looking at things. So this is about you changing your approach to your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets. And then we change the world through changing hearts. And how do you change a heart? By love, right? By giving love, unconditional love. And then that love sparks love in other people, which then sparks love in other people. And that's how love spreads instead of fighting and division, right? And then you have, the World card, it's number 21, which is the last card in the major arcana, which means ending of old cycles and the beginning of a new adventure. Leaving behind the old ways of thinking, the old ways of being, the old approaches that have not worked, trying to convince people that, our approach to gun laws or, abortion or religion or, gender, whatever it might be. We have all these popular opinions, depending on where you're at in the world and what group you're in or what state you're in or family you're in. It's all these opinions. And when we realize that we can't force anyone else to believe what we want to believe, and when we're all in fear, we're all out of our minds trying to convince one another to do what we think each other should do, but it's all out of reaction and more animal survival instinct than it is out of compassion and love and trying to see where everyone is coming from, trying to find harmony, how we could find a middle ground and that can work for everyone and help us all get out of fear, right? And then we have the Ace of Cups. Yep. Look at all the Buddha, Buddha, boo, boo. This is all about unconditional love. It's the chalice. It's the Holy Grail. This is what changes the world, is becoming this cup that allow yourself to fill up with this unconditional love from above that we find within our hearts and up through our hearts. It's that of the higher realms, that of the creator, of the mother and father of all things, whatever you believe your higher sources. We are this big chalice, and this big flood of unconditional love just floods down, fills us up, and then overflows out to the world, So definitely this message coming in here, very strong about how there's this unconditional love that wants to be expressed and shared with the world so that we can change the world. And then there you have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is about outside abundance and this wholeness and this completeness in the outside world. The King of Pentacles has a huge, beautiful revelation that comes within their journey through all the pentacles. And it's the Four of Pentacles lesson, which is we are taught that our sustenance and our worth is determined by three areas in our lives: relationships, situations like job, education, social status, and things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. So all these three areas we are told to go out and that they will fulfill us. But then we determine that those are unstable. Those do not make us feel whole and complete because people change or they pass away. Situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, or are stolen, right? And so when we define our worth by those things, we feel unstable, our worth feels unstable. So this beautiful revelation happens, which they grow tired of the disappointment they find in the outside world, and they turn inward and upward to find this unconditional love, which is stable, which is what brings a beautiful, beautiful stability to our worth, because unconditional love is very stable, right? No conditions, nothing you can do to lose it. and it's eternal. It's forever. How stable is that? So there is this beautiful stability that comes into with this expression as you fill up with love. You don't feel the need to defend all these beliefs about the outside world, because you're finding that what you're looking for is within you, not outside of you anyway. So all this stuff we get defensive about and have disharmony about, it's not worth fighting over. So unconditional love is the key to the message here for you. Yeah. And you have the Seven of Swords. Again, swords are your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets. And this is you discovering which of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations have been deceiving you and cheating you out of peace and harmony. And of course, if we're not in peace or harmony, we are not promoting peace and harmony to the world, because whatever we're focusing on, we see the world as we are, not as it is. And so when we have all these thoughts that people are trying to steal from us and take away from us, that's what really brings us a lot into the fear mode. So definitely this night, this changing of thought and belief, this bringing together of love being central to the reading here, this is what brings you amazing, amazing changes. And it allows you to bring harmony into you, fills you up, and then it overflows out to the world. Absolutely love this for you. All right. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, pick a card readings that are timeless, and different other types of videos throughout the month. And if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, and then also click that subscribe button, will give you access to the notification bell. And in there is an option for all. And if you click on that, then you'll be notified of any new videos that do come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, and subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy, it does want to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know I am very, very grateful for it. And these are general readings. If you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings as well. All that information listed down in the description box of this video. All right, wonderful Scorpio selectors, enjoy this beautiful flood of unconditional love and the harmony that it brings. And just as you go throughout all this, please know every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. All right, if you chose reading number 2, which is the planet Pluto, and I know some people don't call Pluto a planet anymore, but in astrology we do. And any of the cards I do use in a reading, by the way, I do list in the description box below, so if any of them catch your eye and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick them up. Now, for this reading, we're going to be focusing on the Pluto's energy of death and rebirth. Pluto kind of has this phrase that proposition that it brings us. It says, grow or die. And so this reading is going to be about, what are you ready to let go of in your life to make room for the new? So we'll start off here pulling a card from the Celebration of Love Oracle, and we're going to see what area of your life are you ready to let go. And that opens up space for something beautiful and new that's in more alignment with your next part of your journey. So what would you like those that chose the Pluto card to know? What are they ready to let go of, please? All right, I feel like it's this one right here. And you have the highest potential, door of eternity, angel of choice. Wow. Powerful card there. So let's put that over here and let's see what this brings in for you. I like the sound of this though, because it's like you're letting go of something that's not of your highest potential that brings in something for your highest potential. And it says this image celebrates the gift of free choice bestowed upon us by our divine creator. It calls us to evoke the guidance of our heavenly support system in order to make the best choices which are in alignment with our highest potential before we crossed the threshold into the vast unknown. Choose to look for and focus on the good and the highest in all people, circumstances, and things. If there's a choice to be made in your life, look for all the options and see which one holds the highest resolve for you and all involved. If you cannot see it, create it. And the special message for this one says you may be at a crossroads in your life. You're being inspired to take the high road. And this may not be the easiest and most convenient, but by choosing the path of integrity, it pays dividends in spiritual gold. Choose wisely. Wow. Yeah, so obviously they're coming to a fork in a road where you need to let something go in order to have this new thing happen. And it's like, which choice do I make, right? And they're saying, take the higher road, because that's going to end up being the most beneficial for you in your life. So I love that. And we're also going to pull a card here from the Healing with the Fairies Oracle. And we'll see here what else they'd like to add to this choice that's coming up. Okay, actually, they do want this one right here. So we will jump into it. And you got the be honest with yourself. Wow. Yeah. So definitely with this here, it's like truly what is the high road? Be honest with yourself with it, right? Don't pretend like, oh, well, this would be the highest road when you know what it is in yourself, right? We all know, we all do it, right? But the meaning of this card says that this card indicates that you're hiding your true feelings and aren't being forthright about an important topic. And the fairies urge you to admit your true feelings to yourself. Do you feel stuck, depressed, tired, angry, or irritable? These are symptoms that arise when you're dishonest with ourselves. Maybe you feel that you can't afford to be honest with yourself and that you don't have a choice. Power of choice, right? This card isn't asking you to make any radical life changes or have a confrontation with another person. However, it is urging you to admit your true feelings to yourself. One easy way to get in touch with your true feelings is by going outside and engaging in a silent conversation with the fairies who live amidst the flowers, the trees, and the grass. Even if you can't see or hear the fairies, mentally tell them everything that you're thinking, feeling, and experiencing these days. Ask them to help you get in touch with your deepest feelings. The fairies love to hold a mirror up to us so that we can see and admit the truth. The affirmation for this card says, "It's safe for me to be honest with myself and others. I speak my truth with love." Wow. Yeah, definitely. Both of these cards together, being honest with yourself, what you really want, what is not being said, it's that grow or die. It's time for you. And we never do anything until we're ready anyway. And so that you're at this point and that you chose this card means that you are ready on the inside, even though it might be scaring the crap out of you a little bit. You're like, you know what? It's right. It's time to make a decision that's for the highest potential, even though it may hurt other feelings or might feel like you have to, kind of mourn a loss. If you feel like it's time to relieve a relationship or a job or whatever kind of situation, it's like it's time for this growth because you're not living anymore. I feel like you're existing and you're ready to live again. We're also going to pull from the tarot here, the Nicoletta Sassoli. I probably are mispronouncing that. Let's see here. For those that chose Pluto, what else would you like them to know, please? What else would you like those that chose Pluto? Okay, I do want these two. What else? Okay. So you do get these 5 here. And we'll start with this one over here. And you do have the 4 of Pentacles. So a very solid foundation in the outside world. I feel like it's time to build this because I kind of feel like things are out of balance and you are tired of it. You know, the 4 of Pentacles brings this wonderful journey that I actually just talked about in reading 1 because they had the King of Pentacles who really learns this lesson that when you look outside of yourself for your definition of your worth, that you feel unstable. You do, feel like your identity is constantly fluctuating because we're told to look outside of ourselves to relationships, to situations like jobs, education, social status, and our things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions to define our worth. But that's retail price outside. It is constantly fluctuating and changing depending on who it is, what season it is, or whatever, right? Because people change or they pass away, so relationships are unstable. Situations never stay the same, so they're unstable. And of course, things in our bodies break down, deteriorate, explode, catch on fire, are stolen, so those are also unstable. And we learn through this adventure of experiencing disappointment after disappointment and all that instability that we're eventually turned inward and upward through our hearts to find that which is stable, that which does bring us what we're looking for, which is the unconditional love from above. And it is unconditional, which means no conditions to lose it, nothing you have to do to earn it or gain it. You have 100% of it. So that's very solid and stable, and it's eternal. Talk about solid, right? So this journey that you're on here does turn you inward and upward to the higher road, which makes sense now. You're finding the stability within it because of that. And then you have the 10 of Swords. Yeah. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the 10 of Swords is really a wonderful card of exhaustion. And you're like, what? That's a wonderful card. Yeah, it means you've been trying to live up. Usually there's someone that has, like 10 swords stuck in their back. And this one, she just happens to have it. It's chopping away at who they are, right? And that these expectations, usually someone's laying down, all the 10 swords are in their back, which is they're not dead, they're just exhausted trying to live up to all those expectations of the outside world, all those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that are all defined by relationships and situations and things, right? But the 10 of Swords is an amazing card to get because it's endings and new beginnings. You have had it. You're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, and you're ready for this death and this rebirth. You just can't do it anymore. And when someone says that to me, like, I just can't do it anymore, I'm like, finally. And they're like, what? And I'm like, you're ready to let go because you just don't have the energy to do it anymore. And that's the death and rebirth that happens when we're ready to let go, and we let go of all those expectations that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love. It opens us up to this unconditional love and this whole new world that comes in. And then you have the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is this energy of feeling like you might have to defend yourself, and that you might be having individuals in your life that are, when you do well and you're afraid to step up and step out and make these changes, there's people that are going to be upset by it, right? Because they are trying to approach you to bring you down. And whenever you have that happen, one of the biggest things to remember is that if they're trying to bring you down, they already think they're below you. And so they're trying to bring you down to where they're at. Kind of like they're like, come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. How dare you take a high road and try to be happy? But because you are taking the high road, you don't need to defend yourself with it. Just understand that it's out of fear that they kind of want to punish you, or that they're, trying to bring you down because they do feel they're so low and they feel you're so high. And so when you realize that, you can have compassion for them rather than think that they're high and you're low and they're trying to push you lower. Just remember it's the opposite with that. And then you have the King of Wands. And King of Wands is a great card to have here because Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration, your overall energy. But it's also the spiritual energy. And being the king, it's the highest spiritual energy that you can achieve, which would be connecting to your higher self in the higher realms, right? So the higher road keeps on being shown here as well. That how do you get the higher road? You connect higher to your true self, to your higher self. And in doing that, you're able to really step forward and you have command of your energy and you don't feel like you're at the whim of all these expectations anymore because you're not bound by them anymore. So there's this freedom that comes and a lot of energy that comes back to you too, because you do invest a lot of energy trying to get this stuff and that's why you're exhausted. But when you give those up, all that energy comes flooding back to you instead. So beautiful energy coming in. And then you have the High Priestess card, which High Priestess, she goes into her temple. She connects to the higher realms. She goes behind the veil. She connects to the spiritual world and she has strong intuition, strong vibes, very much Scorpio type of energy coming in here too, because it's very watery. And I love it for you because, again, high road, high road, high road, the power that you have and the ability to connect to a higher place, that you are so much more than the human that is kind of in this prison of all these expectations that were forced upon it, all these popular opinions that we took on as our own way of thinking and believing. This is a change. You are seeing things from this higher perspective. You're connecting higher. And you are so ready to let this go and have this rebirth, right? And of course, with all this rebirth, you have a beautiful butterfly fairy here, which, I didn't even pick up on till now. And the dragonfly, too, is all about rebirth because dragonflies and butterflies, they all go through a metamorphosis where the old part of them kind of dies because it becomes soup or it transforms into something else and it adapts and it's able to fly and go in places that you weren't able to go before. Caterpillars crawl along the ground, they reach a stream, they can't go across it, but a butterfly can flutter right over it and not be even bothered with the stream. So I love this new energy coming in for you. You are ready for this ending and new beginning to happen. And I'm excited to see just how much beautiful energy floods in as you are able to let go of all these restrictive expectations that you had before. So love it, love it, love it. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, timeless pick a card readings, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking that like button, and then also clicking the subscribe button gives you access to the notification bell. When you go in there, there's an all option. And when you click on it, then you'll be notified of any new videos that do come out on the channel. Also, doing those things, it helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. So when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy, it automatically wants to share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. And these are general readings. If you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of this video below. All right, all you amazing Plutonians, as you go through this adventure, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 3, which is the planet Mars, then this is the reading for you. All the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your eye and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. Now, this Mars energy, we are zeroing in on the divine masculine energy around the planet Mars. So this is about the masculine energy in our lives, the fathers, men, authority figures. And with this coming in, we're just going to be asking what Creator and Spirit want us to know around those type of individuals in our life. So we will start off here pulling a card from this Celebrations of Love Oracle. And we'll see what they would like us to know around this masculine energy. And everyone has divine masculine energy, whether you're male or female or how you identify. So it's not specifically just to, males in our life. There could also be authority figures or anyone that has this divine masculine energy that's really prevalent. All right. So for those that chose Mars, okay, there we go. And we have impeccability, mind like an ocean. Love that. Very watery energy for all this Scorpio energy that we're talking about here. And let's see what the impeccability brings in here. And it says, this image celebrates the alignment of our mind with the mind of the Creator. It calls us to open ourselves to the divinity, allowing Godhead to wash through us like the gentle waves of the ocean, cleansing and dissolving all that is not in our highest order. Release the past. See these old issues as sand castles on a beach. Each purifying wave of divine energy washes in, dissolving and removing more and more of the sand building until it's all gone. You are now free, and give thanks. The special message for this card says you are being inspired to release your need to control an issue, a person, or a situation in your life. All is well. Release and allow. Set it free and it will set you free. It's all in divine order. Wow. Yeah, definitely. So it sounds like this is telling us about our own divine masculine energy we have going on, the need, that power to control, where we're the one in authority, we're the one that are initiating or holding energy that is, outward going, whether we're trying to control a situation or defend ourselves or whatever it may be. It's that very strong masculine energy. And they're saying, release and let it go and allow. So balance it with the divine feminine energy. We're also going to, of course, take a look here and let's see what else we got going on here with these Healing with the Fairies deck. So there might be some forgiveness going on here where it talks about allowing those sandcastles, allow that energy to come in and just dissolve away. Not that we'll forget, but it's about allowing the wrath to go, allowing the place it's holding in our life to go, that we won't let it happen again to ourselves, but it's about letting it go, right? So let's take a look here. What else would you like those that chose the Mars card to know, please? What else for our Mars? Okay. Trust your intuition. This kind of feels like divine feminine energy, which helps balance the divine masculine energy, right? So let's put that over here. Yeah, we got the blue and the purple and the pink, which I know is not trying to be sexist or anything like that, or trying to say that purple and pink are girls' colors. It's very calming colors. I even remember once they did a study when they painted jail cells, like holding tanks and drunk tanks and stuff like that, lighter colors like pink and purple and lighter. And actually the amount of struggles and fights, God of War Mars, they actually were much more calmer. It's like the energy just helped calm and bring in beautiful, beautiful energy. And the card meaning of this, it says, it is safe for you to follow your heart's guidance. You know deep down what to do. And this card asks you to trust and follow this inner intelligence. It says, has your inner guidance been trying to get your attention lately? Perhaps a gut feeling is tugging at you like a seeing eye dog. An inner voice has been screaming at you, or you've had dreams charged with profound emotions and symbolism lately. By drawing this card, you're being urged to pay careful attention to these various forms of intuition. Now's not the time to ignore these messages or procrastinate. Trust this inner wisdom just as you would if it came from a respected teacher. Know that you aren't imagining the guidance. It's powerful, and repetitive voice is a sign that you are truly getting clear and trustworthy messages that are worth following. The affirmation for the card is, I trust and follow my feelings and thoughts without questions or delay. All right. So definitely this message coming in here about balancing the inner heart and intuition with that outer mind and, kind of that divine masculine energy. We're also going to pull from the tarot from Nicoletta Cecily. I might be murdering that name. I do apologize. I'm just going to see what else they want you to know. So what else about this Mars energy, please? Okay. Anything else? All right, let's see what we got going on here. So we'll put these over here and we'll put these here. These are a special message, so we'll see what those are here. And we've got this coming in here. We've got the 10 of Swords. Swords are of the mind, like it was talking about, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations. 10 of Swords is that you are ready to let go of these expectations. They're exhausting, trying to live up to all the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos. And the must has just been bringing you to this point, which is just this aggression. You just are so tired and so exhausted of experiencing the disappointment that pops up with all of this that you are ready to let it go. And the intuition, trusting the gut and the heart, getting out of the mind is very prevalent there. You also have the 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is a great inner journey. 9 is the number of the hermit in the major arcana. And so when 9 appears in the minor arcana, it is this kind of hermit's journey about you finding your wholeness and your completeness from within rather than trying to feel like you need to get it from the outside. So there is this pointing inward again with this intuition, trusting that you're going to find what you need inside of you, not all these expectations of the outside world that are out here that you're trying to maintain and trying to master trying to make all the people happy all the time, which is an exhausting task that has very poor outcomes, right? When have you been able to please all the people all the time? Never. Even in our own minds, we know that, right? Yeah, and then you have the Devil card coming in here, which is a great card. It's not a bad card. It's like our shadow card because it does come in. It's very much kind of Saturn type of energy, which they will rattle our cage. They'll shake up everything in our world because our cage is made out of all these expectations. So all these expectations make us feel caged and suppressed and bound and blind and binded. But when the shadow energy comes and rattles our cage, which I really feel is going on with all this stuff, is the cage door, which was never locked and was never fully closed. It was a little ajar. It opens up more, and the creaking sound it makes, eek, we're like, what was that? And we're like, oh, the door is open. I have freedom. I have a way out. And that is what our shadow does for us. It's shaking things up, bringing things up to your face and bringing you to these point of exhaustion to see what a futile attempt it is at peace and harmony. And so they're drawing you inward to find the truth and the things that will set you free on the inside. And you have the 4 of Wands. So 4 of Wands is this joy and celebration, very stable energies. And I feel like this is what comes in here as you do these things, as you turn inward and trust your intuition. You start to see things differently, and your energies, instead of being up and down and all over the place, like Mars energy, it becomes this balanced, think of a 4 as like a table with 4 huge legs on it. It brings in a nice stability of your overall energies. Yeah, and more stability. 4 of Pentacles. So, oops, I guess it doesn't matter. It's the same upside down. But the 4 of Pentacles, this also brings in stability in your outside world. Pentacles is all this physical stuff and how we relate even our own worth to the outside world. So very stabilizing energy that comes in, which makes sense. We were talking about balancing out that divine masculine energy with the divine feminine. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely these 3 were all about what comes with all of this, because this actually changes your, energy. Sorry, a light just went out, which is funny. There it goes. I was like, wow. It changes. It really, the lights go out in one area of your life and bring it into another. But it is about endings and new beginnings, and it is positive endings and new beginnings that come in. So a 10, you're letting go of these expectations, and it's making these changes come in your outside world as well. And then your final 2 cards here are the Magician card, which is new beginnings. You have the power, and you're bringing that into the world. And you also have the 7 of Wands, which is about, even though you're raising up and you're moving to this new level, you're not feeling that you have to defend it, because as you rise and you move into this new area, the 7 of Wands can be like people will try to bring you down and burst your bubble, because they're like, you are, in this level, you are going into a different place that's peaceful and joyful and wonderful. And they're like, how dare you come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us? But the key thing is to remember that they're trying to bring you down to where they feel are at, so they feel they're below you. And so you can have compassion on them and understanding of, as you move up and move into this wonderfulness and this peacefulness and this balance, that we don't have to throw it in anyone's face, but that we instead can put a hand down or allow our life to fill up and have stuff overflow to help them also raise them up. So I definitely love this balancing that's coming in here, and this wonderful outcome that's coming in here too. So I absolutely love this. I don't feel like there's anything more to add, just knowing that this endings and beginnings, the stuff that's coming, and trust in your intuition, beautiful balancing energy that's coming in is perfect. And just allow yourself to flow. Try not to let your mind resist connecting to your intuition and allowing that divine feminine energy to balance out your life. It's a beautiful heart and mind balance that's happening. So absolutely love it. Now, if you're looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly energy updates by each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings by each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking that like button, and then also by clicking that subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, it gives you an option for all. And if you choose that, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. And also, doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited. It wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know that I am very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer also personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of this video below. All right, all of you beautiful Martians, as you go throughout this adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 4, which is the water element, then this is for you. Of course, Scorpio is a water sign. And any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your attention and you want them for yourselves, then you know where you can pick those up. So, of course, water is emotions, it is intuition, it is the depths. So we're going to be looking into what Spirit and Creator would like you to know around your emotions today. And we're going to start off with these Celebration of Love oracle and see what they would like you to know. Let's give a couple shuffles here. All right. So what would you like those that chose water to know, please? Okay, no, I didn't want any of those. What? Okay, I do want that one right there. And we have humility, the great council. Look at the great council of dolphins. So we'll put this down here. And let's see what energy comes in with humility. I mean, obviously we know something about that, but let's see what messages come in. And it says, this image celebrates our galactic citizenship and our honored place in the universe. It calls us to recognize that we are full-fledged citizens of this magnificent cosmos. Be silent, go within, and hold yourself in total gratitude for everything that you are. You were brought into being by the divine creator and were given a part in this grand unfolding universe. You are very special. Be appreciation, gratitude, and joy. Well, be appreciation, be gratitude, be joy. Wow. And a special message says, you are being inspired to honor yourself. Sometimes the high demands and expectations we have on ourselves leave us feeling less than. Give yourself a little hug, first thing in the morning and the last thing at night. Give yourself a little gratitude. Wow. Definitely. I love that, remembering that you are here on purpose, for a purpose. There's no accidents like, oh, how did you get on this earth? You weren't supposed to be here. You are absolutely on here on purpose, for a purpose, specifically asked to form into yourself and be here on this planet at this exact point in time, in experiencing this life, bringing your gifts to the world. So I am loving this. Let's take a look here and see what else that they would like to add here through the Healing with the Fairies oracle. Let's see what else they'd like you to know. One more time. All right, what else for our beautiful water elements? Okay, I want that one right here. And you have the self-reliance. Beautiful. I love the energy coming in with these here, because this is like realizing the power of who you are. I really feel strongly in here. Let's see what message comes with this. The card meaning says you are your own best friend. And I love that too, when it said, give yourself a hug in the morning, give yourself a hug at night. There you are, hugging yourself. And it says, so you are your own best friend and you can provide for yourself emotionally and physically. Sometimes we feel frightened and want to get reassurance from another person that everything's going to be all right. And by drawing this card, you are reassured that everything you need is provided to you. You can rely on yourself and your own spiritual gifts to manifest all that you need in your life. Although your manifestations are the energy of spirit that often funnels through other people, it still originates within your own thoughts. This card also counsels you, counsel, right? The counsel, to filter out negativity that may sway you from listening to your own inner voice. Don't let naysayers talk you out of fulfilling your dreams. You are as qualified and deserving of achievement as any other person. With focused intention and divinely guided action, your dreams are becoming reality right now. And the affirmation for this card says, I am tuned in to my inner source of direction. I confidently rely upon this inner source to guide me perfectly. Wow. Such powerful cards. It's very much like Three of Pentacles too, which is kind of a card in the tarot here, which is about being true to your authentic self. Don't be swayed by those naysayers and those dream busters, or even the people who support and praise. Stay to your authentic path, be self-reliant, and allow yourself to express yourself in this beautiful way. We will look at the tarot here. This is the Nicoletta Cecily. I might be murdering that name, and I do apologize, but this is a beautiful tarot deck. And let's see what they'd like to add for all of you water signs, or the ones that chose water. All right. So put that there. Okay. Let's see here. They do want this one. And they do want these two, but they want these two right here. All right. So let's see what we've got here. Of course, starting off, you have the Knight of Cups, which the Knight of Cups, all knights go on quests. And what is the Knight of Cups quest after? The Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail, the Chalice, that which is full of the unconditional love of the higher realms. So there is this inner love that you are connecting to here. And of course, it is water element too. So you definitely have this, recognition here that you are moving and having this movement within your heart and within love, but towards higher love, not the external love that is conditional. You're really grasping hold of this inner love that's connected to the higher realms, that which is of unconditional love. And then you have card number 12. Beautiful, beautiful mirroring here, right? So this is a beautiful card of transformation and transition, right? I believe this is the Hanged Man, yeah, because they're hanging on their little thing here. And so this is about having a little bit of patience as things unfold, as things take their time, and just knowing that you're able to see things from this higher perspective, this different perspective. And that's funny. They just said, and you hug yourself. So again, it's self-reliance. It's like you are your own best friend. You're hanging around with yourself. And so this is like just so perfect here. It's really this self-empowerment and allowing yourself to know that you are connecting to places that you haven't before because of this, your energy that you're investing in the outside world, you're bringing it back to you on the inside. And it does take time. It's like a cocoon. You're within your own self, though, and you're really having this beautiful just melding together and melting of yourself to where you're letting things go that don't serve you as you transform into like a butterfly, into this new creature. And you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about, again, more water, more emotional energy coming in here. But this is about, usually it's like kind of emotional confusion, but really I feel it's like you are the one that gets to choose what emotion you want to feel now. As you come into this awareness around your emotional energy, you are really zero pointing in, understanding that within every moment, we get to choose what emotion we want to feel. It's either going to be related to the unconditional love from above, or of the fear of losing conditional love that's related to the human world. So it's either of unconditional or fear, and there's no wrong emotion, they're just different. And there's this freedom that comes in because you no longer feel like I have to choose this rabbit every single time that I go through this event. It's like, nope, you have all these others that you can choose from. So you get to choose what you want to feel in each moment, and it's not now you're realizing it's not confined to just emotions that are related to fear of losing a conditional love in the outside world. You're realizing that, oh, I can always choose unconditional love too. But now, again, no judgment on which one you choose. But when you are choosing a fear emotion, you realize that you don't have to stay in that there is another option for you to be able to choose. And so you don't feel as trapped, you don't feel as restricted with that either. And then you have the Six of Cups. So cups and cups and cups. I wonder why. Water energy. And the Six of Cups is an amazing transformation because it's sometimes called the nostalgia card. It's about looking back over your past, or sometimes that people from your past may show up in your life. But I really feel for this, because of this power of choice right before it, that you're realizing that with every moment either being of unconditional love or fear, when you go back and look at old emotions, you realize something that is transformative, that if it's not an emotion of unconditional love, then it was an emotion of fear that was happening. And when you go back, look at that emotion, and you realize that when a human being, our physical human, goes into fight or flight mode because of fear, it sounds an alarm and it goes out of its mind because it sends blood out of its brain into our hands, into our feet to fight or to run. And it goes into this reactive, protective, animalistic mode like a cat does when it gets scared. It doesn't go, excuse me, can you let me down? I'm a little bit upset. It goes, and it's up your back or up your chest and your head and flying off and running. It's not thinking calmly and clearly or lovingly or, with mental clarity. It's freaking out. And when you go back and look at a memory and realize it's a fear, and then that's what was going on, you start thinking about the situation differently because you're like, oh, so that person was in fear. They were out of their minds. I was in fear. I was out of my own mind. And everyone in this situation that was fearing was out of their minds. And so no wonder it ended up being this, what it was. That other person, whatever they did or said, was purely out of survival mode, not even realizing what they were doing, just wanting to feel safe and in control again in whatever way possible. And they were not there. They were gone out of their mind. And so when we see that, then we start thinking of them differently, the situation differently, and also ourselves differently, right? So we start to really realize the power we have, our self-reliance of our power of choosing what we want to feel in each moment ourselves. And then we go on a new adventure. So end of old cycles, and this is the beginning of new. So this is a new life, a new way of looking at things, a new empowerment that comes in here. And it's a total change of how you've lived your life in the past. So definitely this upgrade, this new adventure. I mean, you went all through this on purpose for a purpose, but now you're ready for a new adventure. You're ready for something totally different, right? And then you have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles does bring you to this place of balance in your outside world where you allow yourself to receive, whereas before you may not have. You might have been kind of an enabler in codependent relationships where you had these beliefs before where you would have to give and give and give and give and give in order to feel like you could receive a little back. But now that you're finding this self-reliance and you're not relying on the outside world, you fill up on the inside like a giant chalice cup, like we were talking about, like the Ace of Cups. You become that chalice. You fill up with this unconditional love from inside your heart, from up above. It fills you up and then overflows out to others. So you allow people to give to you because you're not freaking out anymore that it means you're needy or that someone won't need you and dump you, because you're finding everything you need within yourself. And so you're allowing people to give to you because it's just above and beyond. You're already full on the inside. You have been the self-reliance. You have your own dinner. You have fed yourself. You even had dessert. Everyone else giving to you a second dessert, third dessert, fourth dessert. I could do without it. I'm full and already had one dessert, but hey, I'll have another. But they're like, no, I don't want to give it to you. You're like, okay, I'm fine. I'm full, And so this change that happens in your life because of it, Such a beautiful, transformative way. And I love all this. Give yourself a hug in the morning. Give yourself a hug at night. Realize the powerful person that you are, that you're here by invitation, that you were invited to be here and that you accepted, of course, but that you're not here by accident, and you're so much more than you've ever thought you were. And I absolutely love this for you. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and then also some other type of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then also clicking that subscribe button gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there's an all option. If you click on that, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. And also doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited. It's to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I am very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of this video below. All right, all of you watery people, as you go through this amazing transformation, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. And if you chose reading number 5, which is the 8th house, then this is the reading for you. And all of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your eye and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up here. Now, this 8th house, it is the house of intimacy. It is the house of intimate relationships. So we're going to be looking into this reading just to find out what Creator and Spirit wants you to know around your intimacy and around those intimate relationships that you have. And we will start here with the Celebration of Love Oracle. So we'll take a look here and see what they would like you to know around this. Ooh la la! What's going on with your deep relationship here? All right, so for those that chose reading number 5, what would you like them to know, please? All right off the bat, here we go. You've got the oneness with Source. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this. It's like, be intimate with the Creator, be intimate with the universe and with the spiritual realm. And we'll see what unfolds with this. It's very interesting, eh? So let's take a look here. So this image, beautiful, bright image, celebrates the impact of love from the divine that surges and explodes through us all at all times. It calls us minute by minute to be aware and willing to be in alignment with it consciously, so we can walk in our destiny of heaven on earth and can truly feel one with all that is. So meditate on your heart area and sense it filling up with the most beautiful golden white light from the divine source. Once you are in this incredible space of unconditional love, lovingly send an arc of this wonderful light to someone you feel would benefit most from it. And the special message for this card says, you are being inspired to look more deeply into your life and honestly soul search for people with whom you have a controlling relationship. It's time to release them. Freedom awaits you both. Wow. Okay, so unexpected on this for sure. But I love that because it's really allowing in your intimate relationships to allow this freedom. It's like letting go of all the expectations of who they're supposed to be and should be and need to be, what the relationship is supposed to be, should be, need to be, who you are supposed to be, should be, need to be, and really allowing this love, this unconditional love to fill you up and overflow out. And then there's this freedom between you. And I love that. So let's take a look here and see also with the healing with the fairies oracle and see what they want you to know. Very, very interesting. Who would have thunk? All right. What else? For those that chose the 8th house, please. Actually, it's this one right here. And we've got inner child. Interesting, interesting. Beautiful card there. Let's put that over here and let's see what this brings in. So the card meaning for this is just as you take care of small children by listening to them, playing with them, and hugging them, so does your inner child yearn for nurturing. This card also asks that you have patience with yourself as you are growing and maturing at your own pace. If you're feeling neglected and unappreciated, the most likely reason is that you've been ignoring your inner child's needs. Just as with any child, your inner child needs daily care and attention. This includes giving her consistently positive feedback. Take a moment to hug yourself right now and tell yourself, mentally or aloud, I love you. You are a wonderful and perfect child of God. Take some time today to play. Your playfulness could be as organized as going to an amusement park or playground, or as spontaneous as telling silly jokes with a friend. Your new daily habit of taking care of the kid within helps you feel more youthful and vigorous and will ultimately make you more productive. You'll be filled with fresh new ideas, and your friends will soon be telling you how young and refreshed you look. The affirmation for this card is, I invest in myself by taking regular time to let go, play, and have fun. Wow, what a combination. Connecting to the unconditional love of above and honoring and giving that love. You know, when it says give it to someone who needs it, it's like give it to your inner child. And this relationships, all of our relationships are echoes from our past. Any, emotions that our inner child is still charged with that hasn't been able to express and have, that are bouncing around in the cellar in our subconscious, it makes its way out into our relationships. And I feel like this 8th house, this intimacy, the true intimacy that we're looking for is being reflected here. And I love it. We're also going to pull from the tarot here. This is the Nicoletta Cecily Tarot. And let's see what else that they would like you to know around this intimate relationship with yourself and with Source. So they're kind of saying, who's out there? No. We're all focusing on the inner love and the inner child. All right. What else would you like those that chose the 8th house to know, please? Okay. They do want these two. What else? All right, and this one, and that one, and that one, and that one. All right. So let's scooch these and let's see what we've got unfolding here. So you do have the Knight of Cups, and very fitting because what do knights do? They quest, and the Knight of Cups, actually, I think this is the Knave of Cups, which would be the Page of Cups. And pages do search, and they want this renewed, this higher level of what they are, which the Page of Cups is the chalice, the Holy Grail. It's higher love, higher emotion, an emotion that's from above, this unconditional love. So, this knave, this page is offering this unconditional love in that chalice. And we become that chalice. We become this cup where, we allow this unconditional love to flow from above and fill us up and then overflow out. Like it was talking about here, you allow yourself to become full of it and then it overflows out to the world around you. So definitely right in alignment here. And then you have the Ace of Wands. So new love energy coming in which generates this beautiful passion, inspiration, just aha type of direction, creativity, but this is your energy. And so you have this new energy that's definitely arising within you. I mean, it's something that you haven't felt before. It's this energy that's connected to the unconditional love. So is igniting this fire, this passion, this drive to do things in your life that you normally wouldn't have had before. So it is creating this spark for your life. Yeah, and then you have the Knight of Wands. So out of all the knights, the Knight of Wands is probably the fastest because it's fire and it's movement. And the Knight, of course, is on a quest and it's searching for the Ace of Wands, which you already have. And so it's like you are taking this energy and things are happening. You're making this movement. Your life is changing. Things are transforming at a very fast pace as you fill up with this love and as you give attention to your inner child. Just your outside world, the energy transforms and changes so much differently from what it was before. And you have the Eight of Pentacles. Makes total sense. So the Eight of Pentacles is about the outside world, and it's about you moving up in the outside world. So definitely things are a changing out there, which makes sense with all this fire and all this activity. Think of it like an apprentice who, took on an apprenticeship with the master blacksmith, right? You've been doing the work. You've been doing all the stuff in the outside world to move forward and to learn and to grow. And now with all this change, with all this stuff that's coming in, you're able to move to that next level. Because what comes after the Eight of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is about finding your worth and your wholeness from within. It's the Hermit's journey, the Nine. And so you're finding this wholeness and this completeness, obviously, from within with this unconditional love, and it just pours out. We change from the inside out, and so obviously you have all this change that's happening internally, and it's making its way into the outside world, igniting these changes. Yeah. There you go, the World card, which is all about endings of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So yeah, the old ways of looking at the world and doing things and thinking about things and yourself and others, the world, definitely coming to this beautiful unfolding where you're letting the old ways just drop away as you're headed off into this new, just beautiful place in your life, both mentally and physically and emotionally and spiritually. It just feels like there's this huge, massive change that happens in your life. And then you have the Nine of Wands. So like I talked about with the nines and the Hermit journey, the Nine of Wands shows you, one, you turn inward for this energetic adventure in your life, but you realize that you're the one that holds this magic wand. You're the one, if feels like there's any blocks going on in your life, you realize that usually there's like 9 wands that are in front of someone that's blocking them, but they have one hand on one of the wands, which is the Ace of Wands, which shows you that you are the one, your energy is the one that's holding you back. And that if you just move that Ace of Wands out of the way, there's this gap that's perfect size of you that you can just walk through it. And I kind of feel like this is what this change is. This is what this ending of an old cycle is, feeling small, feeling incomplete, feeling, in your intimate relationships and stuff, how they have just made you feel, like how they're like it's just bones. There's no, skin and, meat on them anymore. They just feel empty. They just feel like a skeleton. But with this new love you have coming in and this attention to your inner child, it just transforms your life because you're filling up from the inside out instead of trying to get your sustenance from the outside in, which they don't have what you're looking for. You are finding it within yourself, you are drawing all this beautiful energy. Again, that chalice, you're filling up and overflowing instead of being like a barrel where people are sucking the life force out of you and you're feeling exhausted and like you always aren't enough for everyone. Instead, you get to fill up and you get to be whole. You get to feel just full and overflowing. And it does absolutely change your world. And I love this. So definitely taking time to connect to the unconditional love from above is going to be a life-changing experience if you so choose to do it. And I absolutely love it. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these, videos that I put out, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then clicking that subscribe button gives you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there, there's an all option. Selecting that will have you be notified of any of the new videos that do come out on my channel. And also doing those things, it helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, happy, excited. It does want to share those videos automatically with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I am very, very grateful for that. And also, these are general readings. If you're looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do also offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of the video below. All right, beautiful, beautiful 8th housers. As you go through this adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. All right, Scorpio sun babies, happy birthday to you. This is your special bonus birthday reading. And what I like to do is I like to pull like 3 months for you, give you a little preview of what's coming. And it'll be from your date of your birth, like out to that date of the next month and the day of the next month. So like, it would be, October 25th to November 25th, November 25th to December 25th, December 25th to January 25th. So you get the gist. So that's what we're going to do. And so I'm going to pull one card of the celebrations of love for each of the months. So for month number 1, okay, month number 2, okay, and this will be actually number 2 and number 3. All right, and then we'll put this over here for now. We'll also pull a healing with the fairies for each month. Okay, so month number 1, please. All right. They do want that one there, and here is number 2, and this is number 3. All right. And then we'll also pull tarot, of course, from the Nicoletta Sassoli. If I murdered her name, I do apologize. And also pull some clarifying cards for each month. All right, so month number 1. All right, they do want that one, and they do want this specific one here, and that one. And then for month number 2, okay, they do want that one, and that one. And then month number 3, okay, and that one. I think month number 3 is going to be an exciting, energetic month. All right. So I'm going to move these over here out of the way, and we'll do these in order. And so we'll start with your first month, so your birth date out 30 days. And you have the transformation, Visions of Star Dolphin. Wow. Beautiful card, right? And then you also have quiet time. All right. Looks like you're going to be going into your Scorpio inner mode. So I want to read these two first. I'm just going to put them over here. And we will look at transformation, which, of course, Scorpios, you are the masters of transformation of the zodiac, right? You start off as a scorpion, and then you transform next into a snake, which you still have to honor the snake. They'll still strike like a scorpion does, but they shed their skin. They grow and they grow and they grow. And then you transform into an eagle, and an eagle is able to fly high and rise above things, still with its keen eyesight, see things so clearly from up above, and it'll still swoop down and protect the things that it does honor and want to protect, right? And then ultimately transform into a phoenix. So if you haven't heard of that before, it's a beautiful, beautiful transformational message. So, transformation says that this image celebrates the transformational journey of our lives, the uniqueness and individuality we all have. Our paths are different, but ultimately lead to the knowing that we are all one. So take an inventory of your gifts, your talents, your hobbies, and all that you love to do. Commit to choosing one and creatively expand on it to become a positive contributing factor for you and others. See it along the lines of part-time self-employment, opportunities for volunteering, or just to bring a little bit of more joy into your life. Special message for that: you are being inspired to honor and be grateful for the many gifts and talents the divine has given you, no matter how big or little you perceive them to be. They are there. Find them and be joyously grateful for them. Wow. Beautiful. Love it. And then, of course, you have quiet time, which makes sense. You transform as you probably take some time away here. And this, of course, says you need some time alone, away from other people and environmental noises. Even a brief respite would be extremely rejuvenating for you. Sometimes we're not even cognizant of the detrimental impact of stress in our life. We become so accustomed to living in an uproar that we're not aware when our body is telling us that it's on overload. The symptoms include illness, unusual fatigue, depression or anxiety, appetite and weight issues, addiction, sleep disorders, irritability, and a desire to withdraw from life. By drawing this card, you're being asked to honor your body and soul by spending some quiet time alone as soon as possible. This might mean going on a silent retreat, spending the day at a lake, a beach, or in the mountains, taking a hike, or visiting a day spa. You could even turn off your phone, put a do not disturb sign on your door, and take an afternoon nap, a long bubble bath, or read your favorite book. Regardless of the form that your quiet time takes, the fairies just ask you, keep this promise to yourself without delay. The affirmation for the card: I now give myself permission to be silent within and without. My mind is quiet and I enjoy my own company. So definitely a clear message here. Transformation, spending quiet time alone. And then your three cards, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is all about new opportunities and a new way of looking at your self-worth too. So this transformation, I feel, is about understanding, especially when all this talked about, really focusing and understanding the gifts that you have, these abilities that the universe has given you. Such an important piece, right? And in doing that, it does open up opportunities for you in the outside world. So I'm just going to put these like this, so I have room for the others. You also have the Queen of Wands, which is a wonderful card of connecting to the higher realms. She is so able to focus and get things done. She really, she doesn't only rule over fire. All the queens are also given a second portion, which is of water. So she's half fire, half water. And the water allows her to connect to the higher realms and allows her to feel not at risk, really connecting. And I feel like this alone time, they're asking you to connect to the higher realms, connect to your spiritual posse of support on the other side, because I feel like when in doing that, not only do you activate more and more of your energy, more of your gifts become evident during this quiet time. And you do have the 10 of Wands. Sometimes the 10 of Wands can mean overburdened, which it did talk about here with that quiet time. So, you have been investing a lot of energy out in the world. And so this is reiterating, you're ready to end this flood of energy that you're investing in so many things and so much stress and so many things that you just don't have any energy left for you. And so this is like bringing it back to you, which that Queen of Wands does too. She holds that Ace of Wands in her hand. So she's like, I'm bringing all the focus from all these things, like all these 10 things, and I'm bringing it down into one, maybe two, but more like one. And then you're able to, all that energy goes this way. Instead of 10 things moving slowly, one thing moves 10 steps, right? Not 10 things taking one step, but one thing taking 10 steps. And I feel like this quiet time allows you to step back and really prioritize on what is important, not urgent, but what's important in your life. So that's a great month, something to do for your birthday. Maybe you can treat yourself to a little spa, going away for a weekend or for a week somewhere, and treating yourself, at least for your birthday, right? Do something to get away from all the noise to do that. All right. Next, we move into month 2. And you've got motivation, the littlest goal writer. So that makes sense. Now that you're focusing on that one thing, you're getting motivated, you're getting your energy back. Yeah, and you have self-reliance coming in here too. And this card came up in one of the other readings. So if you do want to look at one of the 1 through 5 before this, check it out. You might end up with the one with self-reliance in it too. But I love these, and we, of course, will go and read from the motivation one. But like I said, now that you've got all this energy, that you're focused, you're like motivated because you've got your groove back. Says this image celebrates the passion to go where you have never gone before. It calls us to bravely and intentionally choose to navigate in uncharted but extremely promising waters of a well-lived life. Start a new project, but make sure it is one that pushes your comfort zone. Choose one that you would like to do, but always seem to have an excuse not to do. Go for it. Take it one step at a time. The universe is there to support you, right? 10 steps at a time. One step, but 10 steps. You're being inspired to break free. You're in a stagnant rut and need to let go of something in order to push through the energy blockage that's holding you there. It starts with the intention to be free. Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. And then self-reliance. I love what this one says. So it says, you are your own best friend and you can provide for yourself emotionally and physically. Sometimes we feel frightened and want to get reassurance from another person that everything's going to be all right. And by drawing this card, you're reassured that everything you need is provided to you. You can rely on yourself and your own spiritual gifts to manifest all that you need in your life. Although your manifestations are the energy of spirit that often funnels through other people, it still originates within your own thoughts. This card also counsels you to filter out negativity that may sway you from listening to your own inner voice. Don't let naysayers talk you out of fulfilling your dreams. You are as qualified and deserving of achievement as any other person. And with focused intention and divinely guided action, your dreams are becoming reality right now. Yep. And the affirmation is, I am tuned into my inner source of direction. I confidently rely upon this inner source to guide me perfectly. Look, perfect. These are so good, especially after that. So let me just line these up here. And let's see what else we get for this month here. Yep. Perfect. Now you do have the Devil card coming in here, which is all right, because this is Saturn and Capricorn energy. This is about you, like your cage being shaken. Like before, it's like, what have you been afraid of? What's been holding you back? What is making you feel confined, restricted, bound, right? And that's what the Devil card does, our shadow. It brings things to our face. It rattles our cage to where the cage door goes and opens up, and you're like, what? And you're like, yeah, it was never locked. It was actually ajar. It wasn't even closed. But now you have this freedom, and it allows you to step out of that, like it said, those confines, the things that were holding you back. This helps you see that. And you have the Six of Cups here too. And, it looks like they're in this tower. The Six of Cups is nostalgia, is looking back over your past and kind of converting emotions. But I also feel like the Six of Cups is about something old coming back. And that made sense here because it talks about something that you had wanted to do before, but you were afraid to do. And that's what I feel this is about, is that it's something that's coming back from your past that you wanted and but you were like afraid to do. But now you're understanding the blocks and you're understanding that you can focus all this energy. I kind of feel like it was like this over here where it's like, I can't do that. It would require too much of my time and energy, but my time and energy split out all here. And it's like, well, cut. And now you do have the energy to do it, and you're able to do it and step forward. Because you have the Three of Wands here too, which the Three of Wands is about, like you have a new passion, and the Two of Wands is you make steps to get somewhere, and you're making steps, but as you go in it, you get new information, new drive, new things, and you alter your course. And that's what I feel. You're altering your course now to go in this new direction of this old thing that you really wanted to do, and you're re-bringing it back to life. It's like, it's alive, Dr. Frankenstein, right? And so you're bringing this thing back into your view and into your focus as you unfocus from other things. So that's month number 2. And then month number 3, you've got empathy, peaceful rainbow. Okay. And then you also have a miracle healing. Wonderful. So let's see here. Let's see what empathy brings you here. So after you're spending off and you're investing all this power and you're headed off, then you get the empathy, which says this image celebrates the individuality and diversity, yet oneness of all. It calls us to always seek common ground and hold a vision of understanding and tolerance, no matter how great the differences may seem. So today, lovingly acknowledge all people that look different, believe differently, and have a different culture than you. And when you see someone who fits that description, silently send them a prayer and honor them with the truth that whoever we really are, we are all of the same divine source. And the special message says you are holding on to a prejudice about someone, something, or possibly yourself. Ask that you break through to see the universal perspective of this and to celebrate the oneness of all. So I love this. It kind of like as you're taking these steps and moving forward, you have this prejudice against yourself. And that's what I really feel this is about. You have these beliefs and these thoughts that are limiting about who you are and what you can do and that it is something that you're supposed to do. It can be either your gender or race or religion or, whatever it might be. it's like, no, I'm not supposed to be able to do that. There's like this, either it's a cultural or personal or family belief or something, and you're going against the grain. And so you have this prejudice against yourself, but you are allowing yourself to see it and move beyond it. Because then you have a miracle healing here. And I kind of want to put this one on top of that other one, different than we did before. And let's take a look here and see what brings it in here. And it says, expect a miracle. You have prayed for assistance, and it is forthcoming. The more completely you surrender your situation to God, the more rapidly you will realize your healing. Heaven is completely on your side, and your prayers have been heard and answered. You needn't beg or petition heaven to help you, as your situation is already healed in truth. The healed reality is one of several parallel realities currently available to you. You have the choice through your thoughts, your emotions, and intentions to experience the highest possible reality for yourself. You access your healed situation through faith and gratitude. To feel these powerful catalyzing emotions, say mentally or out loud to God, the universe, source, whatever you believe your higher power is. I am tired of thinking about this situation. I don't want to deal with it any longer. Here, I'm giving the entire thing to you so that you can think about it and resolve it. Thank you so much for taking care of everything. Then detach completely from the situation. See yourself placing this, like this prejudice, into the hand and the palms of God's loving hand. Feel grateful that your situation is now resolved and be open to the creative solution that greets you. I love it. And the affirmation for the card, in truth, everything and everyone, including myself, is healed right now. I focus on this truth instead of the illusion of fear. Yep. So here is that prejudice. It is transformed, and you move beyond it. And I love it. And then your 3 cards here, you have the Hierophant. So you are moving up in your spiritual thoughts and your beliefs about things. So it is this movement, seeing things from this higher perspective, and seeing the limitations that you had before. The Hierophant is like a spiritual leader, and you know how like organized religion will come up with rules and rituals and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. This is you moving past those beliefs, and usually they have like a key on the Hierophant, which means you have the key to go through the gates that normally would keep you restricted back. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment card. So your wishes are coming true. You're allowed to move beyond, the wishful thinking to wish fulfillment. And so you do have this wonderful opportunity, this flood of emotion. It's one of the wish fulfillment cards. So it's like this wish that you had made and that you're putting in energy into, and these blocks that you're moving beyond, you get your wish. It comes true. You get to make movement. The blocks are removed. And your final card is the 4 of Wands, which is the celebration card. It is like, wedding, celebration, very solid, stable energy too. So what a card to end up on here is celebration. So 3rd month you have made progress, and they kind of are telling you to celebrate all the steps. Celebrate as you go along. Don't wait until you're like, it has to be wish fulfilled all the way here, and then I'll celebrate. It's like, no, celebrate every little step that you're taking along the way. Celebrate. Because that just amplifies the energy, and it just allows you to enjoy each step of the journey instead of being so focused on the outcome and putting your happiness and future in the future of when that happens, then I will be happy. It's like, no, you get to be happy and joyful every step along the way. Wow. Happy birthday, Scorpios. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these videos, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, so you can track as you're going along here too, right? Also, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then clicking that subscribe button gives you access to the notification bell. When you go in there, you can select the all option, and then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things, it helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy it wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with others as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I am very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings as well, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video below. All right, beautiful Scorpio sun babies, as you go throughout your next annual rotation around the sun, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, and of course, I love you too. May the next rotation around the sun be filled with more love, joy, peace, and laughter that you can handle. Until we speak again, I'm sure we'll be talking very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.